I'm just about there. And smoothing out any spots that aren't smooth. Blending everything and making it all smooth and a nice swoop in here and thinning this area out a little bit. It's making lots of shavings. I always say there's more of the fiddle gets swept up and thrown in the trash is what gets left in the fiddle. See that here, all these shavings. I'm trying to match my viola that I made several years ago. This has a spruce top, but the back and sides and the neck are myrtle wood from the same log that this back came from. A buddy of mine brought me down a squared log from Oregon. But myrtle wood, it sounded pretty good when you thumped on it, so I made this viola about 10 years ago. And it's got the myrtle wood, and I like the way that this turned out. It's just a real smooth transition, so that's what I'm trying to copy on this. This is the leftover wood from what this was made out of, but I had enough to make a violin, so I'm going to make a violin on a myrtle wood and spruce. This is also a myrtle wood neck, ebony fingerboard. I got a bone nut on here. And this is my rib frame. I made this on a form. I cut this little thin strips of myrtle wood about 1/16 of an inch thick, and then I've got spruce blocks in the corners, and then it's cut out here for the neck to go. Smoothing it out, making it even and blending it into this edge. I'll do the final edge finishing when it's glued up. Right now I'm just trying to get everything even and smooth and everything's blending into everything else. I'm going to do an initial grain raising. I'm just going to dampen it a little bit. I don't want it to warp. I don't want to do this when it's thinned out, but you help even out some of the grain. You can see kind of when it's going to, what the wood's going to look like. Yeah, that's getting pretty good. Making it rough. So I'll go to, that's 100 grit. I'm going to go to 100 grit and work it down with that. And then go to a 220 and 320, and that's how she'll stay till she gets glued up and do the final finishing on. I'm getting ready to hollow out the top, and so I'm setting my drill press up here. I've got this smooth rounded off pin in there, and all the way down I've got it set so I want to do my initial thickness at just a little over 1/8 of an inch, a little over 125 thousandths. So I've got a piece of wood 1/8 of an inch thick here, so I have this set when this is all the way down. I've got a little more than that thickness there. So I'm going to drill a bunch of holes, and then I'll be able to hollow it out to the depth of those holes. And I know I'll have an even thickness of a little over 1/8 of an inch, and then I'll take it down from there. I've got locating pin holes in my top, in my rib frame. So what I did, I pinned it in position and traced around the inside of my rib frame so that I have a border down here where this part will be flat that'll glue to the rib frame and the corner blocks, and everything else in between is going to be dished out so that I have the thickness that I want in the different areas of my top. So that's what I'm going to drill those. These give me a border where to not drill. I don't want to drill any holes into this area that's going to glue to my rib frame. 130 thousandths, going down to a little over 100 thousandths here. 115 to 120, 95 to 105. I've got this all sanded down with 320, and I've got the positions marked for my bass bar. On the treble side where the high strings are, there'll be a post, a sound post under the bridge. But on the bass side there's an actual wooden bar that goes in here called a tone bar. And I have the blank for that here. It's a piece of spruce. It's got completely vertical grain. I don't know if the grain runs this way, so it runs the same. This will go in here. It runs the same as the grain in the top. And this is to support the top on the side where the heavy strings are.